And finally, this afternoon, we have Tulane University head coach Willie Fritz. We welcome Coach Fritz to the call. The Green Wave begins its season Thursday on the road against Wake Forest. Game will be a 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central Time start, and will be seen on ESPN3. Coach, thanks so much for joining us on the call today. Welcome to our officially to our teleconference.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Okay. If you would take a minute to tell us how your preseason preparations have gone and as you get ready for the game against Wake Forest, please.
Well, it's been great. Our first day of school is today, so we've been going quite some time. I think we reported on the 4th of August. And first day of practice was the 5th, and I've tried to do a good job of giving the guys some time off. I think sometimes you try to do too many things, and you end up wearing everybody down, and they don't really grasp the important things that you want them to learn. But it's been good. There's limited schemes that we could put in, offense, defense, and kicking game with only 15 spring practices. We utilize the summertime. The NCAA allows you to visit with the guys in the summer, and we're just anxious to play the first game Thursday evening.
We'll take questions for Coach Fritz, please. Star 1 on your telephone to join the queue. The operator will introduce you.
We will go to Daniel Usman with USA Today.
Willie, I just asked Coach Frost this, but as you enter your first game with the Green Wave, what's something that you would be really pleased to see on the field, and what's something that if you see it, you might be a little bit concerned?
The thing you sometimes see is guys practice harder than they play in the games. We've tried to get the coaches to stay away from the guys, not be in their ear for every single play. So the main thing I really want to see is just incredible effort. Down and out, offense, defense, kicking game, playing from snap through the whistle. That's the main thing I want to see, just great effort. And obviously, we talk around here about, the wave don't beat the wave. Let's stay away from those pre-snap and post-play penalties and, play a clean game. And, a lot of teams have trouble doing that in the first game of the year. So those are a couple things that I'm looking for. And obviously, if we're not playing great effort and you're not playing clean football, those would be things that would disappoint me.
Thank you.
We will go to Dan Tortora with WakeUpCallDT.com.
Good afternoon, Coach. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. So look at your quarterback situation and just what you can say you saw through the fall and going into this first game, just what you've taken away from that spot under center.
All three of the guys who were in the battle for that starting job have got the ability to throw it and run it, which you've got to do in this offense. Glenn was just a little more consistent than the other two guys. Did a good job of grasping the offense just a little bit quicker, and you'd expect him to. The other two guys are incoming freshmen, and even though Glenn has hardly played here at all, I believe he's had one snap. Got one snap under his belt here at Tulane. He just has a lot of poise about him, and that's the main reason that he is going to be our starter Thursday evening. The other two guys will play at some point in time this season. Probably only going to play one of them in the game. Might be more package-type situations, but I was pleased with all three of their development during preseason camp. Glenn was just a little more consistent than the other two.
And when you look at his poise, like you said, he's only played one snap under his belt at Tulane. Even though he has such minimal time as one snap, what can you say about his poise, his comfort, and his ability to have so little time with Tulane, but still be able to be a leader for you coming into the opening game of the season?
Well, he's a gym rat. He's up here all the time. I have to kick him out of the office. He, enjoys everything about football. He's, really does a great job of helping to develop team chemistry. Friends with the incoming freshmen, friends with the fifth-year seniors. He just really is a good team guy. And I think at the quarterback position, you need to have that, a guy that, not only is in tune with the receivers and the offensive side of the ball, but also defense and the kicking game. And Glenn does a great job of being a leader for the whole unit, the whole team.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we will go to Dan Collins with Winston-Salem Journal.
Hello, Coach. You mentioned the term blind faith a couple of times in your preseason interviews, and I'm wondering, in the amount of trust you need to put in the players and they need to put into you, is that something you've been able to see here recently, or is that something you have to get into a game to see, Coach?
I've really seen it already. You're talking about blind faith. I'm just talking about all aspects of the program, not just game day. It's
right.
How we do things academically, how we do things off the field, how we do things in the weight room, the locker room. I told these guys we could sit around and try to develop a relationship for a couple of years, or, they could just go ahead and have blind faith. I'm going to do things right by them, and I need to have blind faith in my staff, and they're going to do right by us. And we have really done a super job of embracing change. I've been very, very impressed. That's hard to do for anybody, especially 18 to 22-year-olds.
Your running back core looks deep on paper. Have you found that to be the case, Coach?
Yeah, I think we've got some really good running backs. All four of those guys, I think they're legitimate Division I running backs. They're complete backs. They can all catch the ball. They can all pass protect. They can run in between the tackles. They can run out on the perimeter. So I do think that's an area of strength for us.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach, we thank you for your time this afternoon. Look forward to hearing from you again next week and throughout the season.
Thank you.
All right. Again, Coach Willie